Why trying harder won't fix bad habits. Have you ever wondered why you can be super motivated to change a bad habit on Monday, but by Wednesday, you're right back to where you started? If you're like most people, you probably think the solution is to try harder. But while trying harder may help you not do the bad thing for a short period of time, it's not how you can permanently get rid of the bad habit altogether. So, in this video, I'm going to share why willpower isn't the answer and reveal what actually works to change the bad habits based on my experiences. Now, just to give you some background, I'm someone who in the past struggled with what most people would agree are some pretty destructive habits: substance abuse for nearly a decade, very emotional eating, and more. So, as someone who struggled to break bad habits for 10 years and tried everything you can think of, from psychological help to supplements to all sorts of different techniques, I can relate to what you're going through. And what I have found to be true is that in order to make a permanent change in your behavior and achieve a different outcome in your life in the context of whatever is holding you back, you have to do this. Focus on changing your beliefs around that thing before trying to change your actions. Now, this sounds kind of weird, but let me tell you why this is the way to long lasting change. Okay, so the big framework that you have to understand here is that beliefs lead to identity, identity leads to actions, actions lead to outcomes. So, the reason you have a very difficult time changing your outcomes is because your identity doesn't align with someone who gets that outcome. And I know that that's something that might sound a little bit oversimplified, but it's true. It's true. Like if we take fitness for an example, right? Experts out there who really know what they're talking about will tell you that it's not about focusing on I want to lose weight, right? I want to lose weight. What you need to focus on is I am becoming a healthy person, right? If you if you're constantly trying to get yourself to do the right thing, if you're constantly trying to get yourself, in this example of fitness, to not eat the junk food and instead eat something that will get you to the outcome, if you're trying to get yourself to not waste time laying on the couch, but instead at least go take the 30 minutes to go do the exercise, and you have a hard time sticking with that for a long period of time, first of all, you're not alone and it makes sense, right? Because somewhere deep in your subconscious, you still believe that you are the person who struggles to lose weight. You are the person who struggles to eat healthy. You are the person who struggles to work out. You are the person who doesn't enjoy working out, right? So it's a big hurdle for you to overcome those subconscious beliefs and get yourself to eat the healthy food instead of the junk food, and do the workout instead of not do the workout, right? Because it's easy to do the thing that you believe, and it's hard to do the thing that you don't believe. And this is why so many people, they build the willpower to be able to do the right thing and not do the wrong thing for long enough to get at least a little bit of a result, or maybe the exact result that they want, but they can't stay there, right? This is why so many people, in the context of fitness, because it's a very relatable context, right? In the context of fitness, people will lose weight and then they will put it right back on, and they will go back and forth and back and forth and do this over and over and over again. And the reason that they go back is because they haven't changed the most important thing, which is their beliefs and their identity around who they are and around the food and the exercise, right? Now, if you are somebody who is a follower of Christ and is a follower of God, there's some words that are in the Bible there in Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And it relates to exactly what we're talking about here. Romans 12:2 says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." So this verse emphasizes exactly what I'm trying to point out to you here, which is that transformation, real transformation, long-lasting transformation, starts with the mind or belief rather than the behavior, right? So it emphasizes how you have to change your identity or your identity around a certain thing in a certain context before you can have the behavioral change long term, right? So the result of a new way of thinking will be actions that align with the new way of thinking, which will lead to the outcomes that you want, right? But instead of it being a temporary outcome, it will be permanent because it aligns with your identity and not with what you want in that particular moment in your life. So this is key. This is key to understand because I think that everybody says they want something. They want to change something. But if you're even more specific, what people I think really want to say is, I want to change and I want to stay changed, right? Nobody wants to lose weight and then put the weight back on. Everybody wants to lose weight and then stay in that level of, good shape that they got to. People who have bad habits with substance abuse and smoking and alcohol and things like that, they don't want to stop smoking just to go back to smoking. They don't want to stop drinking just to go back to drinking. They want to stop smoking or stop drinking and continue to not smoke and not drink. So in order for you to do that long term, and in order for it to get to a point where it doesn't feel like a constant uphill battle, where it doesn't feel like a constant struggle, you have to change the beliefs and the identity. And then your actions will align with the actions of somebody that gets the outcome consistently. So you have to focus on, I am becoming this, not I want or I don't want this. And this is how you get yourself to long-term change. This is how you get yourself to long-term have the outcome that you want to have, because subconsciously you believe that you are somebody whose actions align with the person who gets this outcome. I am becoming more healthy. I am a person who's healthy. I believe I am a person who's healthy. So naturally, how would a healthy person behave? How would a healthy person act? Well, I would either eat the chicken, rice, and beans with a side of veggies instead of the pizza, or I would eat the 2 slices of pizza instead of the 6 slices of pizza, or I would eat a salad early in the day so I can eat the 6 slices of pizza at night, something, right? If you change your beliefs and if you change your identity, you will become a person who finds it almost easy to do the things that you have to do long term to get the outcomes that you want and keep them, rather than being stuck in what you may be struggling with right now, which is saying, I want this, or I don't want this, and then having to try so hard and expand so much energy to not do the things that you shouldn't do, or to do the things that you should do to get the outcome. So I know I'm rambling at this point. I hope that this makes sense. At the end of the day, True change happens at the identity level rather than at the behavioral level. If you want to permanently have the outcomes that you want, start with changing your beliefs and identity around what you have been struggling with. And if you do that, like I said, it will almost become easy for you to act in a way that gets you the outcome you desire. If you're someone who's struggling with change right now, which is probably most of us in some part of our life, then I hope this video helps you at least start to develop a new perspective. There's no quick fix, but there is a permanent fix out there for you, and I promise you, you are capable of more than you could ever imagine. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.